Thunder Road is an indie drama that I originally came to my attention because the director, writer, main star, and star, he posted on Reddit that himself in front of a picture for his movie playing at like one of the theaters, and like it's kind of like it's a good post. And then I saw I watched the trailer and I watched the original short film that essentially the first 10 minutes of this film. And I thought I'd check it out, and it's okay, but it's a little goofy at parts.
I don't care. It's fine. I won't work here anyway. You want me to talk? Yeah, I'll talk. You don't want me to talk? I got dirt on all of y'all. I'll start myself. My wife left me a year and a half ago. There, laugh it up. I slept in my car 3 weeks. Jerry saw it. Isn't that right, Jerry?
Yeah, I brought you breakfast.
Thank you so much for doing that, Jerry.
So the setup for the film is that Jim Cummings is a cop, and his mother has just died. In the start of the movie, he's like doing, speaking at their funeral, and it goes horribly wrong. In the short film, he actually sings to Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road, but for the movie, maybe they couldn't get rights to the song, so like the music player doesn't work, and instead he just does a dance without the music, and that this kind of like the start of his breakdown, because he's also getting a divorce, and like his wife or ex-wife wants to get full custody of the kid and is threatening to move away. And then like also being a cop is hard, and he lost his mom, and like some of the stuff they do is entertaining. I mean, and they try to sell it as a comedy, but there really isn't much comedy. And then areas comedy, it's more like the awkward comedy, the cringe comedy, and maybe some dark comedy. But as a whole, it's just, it's a drama. And there's a lot of like, almost like a little bit of like a play, because a lot of it are like one takes. So, I mean, there's like a 10-minute one take of him like, doing a monologue essentially. And when they do that, I mean, it's well done. The scenes, there are these sets of scenes that are like a lot of them are like one take, long things, and those scenes are all really good. It's just a lot of stuff that's like in between is just kind of a mess. Like this is an hour and a half long movie, but I think it would have been better if like an hour 10 minutes or something, or if like they cut out 20 minutes of like the interstitial stuff and made more of like a story, more of an arc. More like interesting things, like, because I mean, I like some of the stuff they do with the cop. Like he has some scenes with when he's a cop, and they would have liked more of that. Instead, you have a lot of scenes in between, which are just kind of boring, and I kept losing interest in between like the bigger scenes. But with some of these scenes, these long scenes are powerful, and they take like interesting turns, and they're really well acted and relatively well written, although again they can be cringy. But it's just, like I said, I didn't like all the stuff in between these scenes. And also, like, for character development, like, for a couple times, like, I think that a lot of time passes, but it's not clear about it. Like, because, especially I know that, like, one thing, like, the captain kind of, like, doesn't suspend him, but he tells him to take a week off after his mother's death, but he still wants to work. But then, at a certain point, like, he's doing police stuff again, but it seems like it's just been one night. And then that's the stuff with his daughter, where he's had his daughter, and, like, he's playing, like, this, like, slap game, and, and, like, at first he can't do it, then he does, like, a training montage, and then he does it perfectly. And it's like, but was that just one night that happened? Like, there's a couple times where I couldn't tell if there was supposed to be a passage of time or not. Like, it feels like there might be a long passage of time, but it doesn't really quite feel like it. And there's also some turns it takes towards the end, which I didn't mind, but I think could have been set up better. But I mean, there's stuff that I like. I mean, I think that this guy Jim Cummings, he has a lot of talent, and I would like to see what he would do next. But I'm not sure if this is an amazing movie. Like, it's an interesting debut film, but I didn't love it. you know, it has stuff to offer. Like, I mean, there's some, like, this, if you separate out some of the really good scenes, like, I mean, there's a lot to offer in this. But as a whole, it's just a little bit of the slow, kind of boring trod through it. But, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend it, but if you like, you know, indie dramas, and you like really kind of awkward, cringe, like, comedy, you may like this. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It's not bad, it's just, I wasn't a huge fan. But thanks for watching, chat, leave a play from head, or subscribe to me in that Z over there.